What is up, Sportscast? From the Sports Stuff Show, the Kings of Comedy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Carter.
And let's get right into it. I think one of the main updates that we have is with Kanan.
He's dead.
He died.
Yeah.
He's gone. We had him on for one episode. We really liked it. I think it was fun with him on. So we'll have him on more consistently going forward.
He's slinging sandwiches today, though.
Yeah, he is slinging those slinging sandwiches. Works at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, sandwiches.
Sandwiches? You work at Subway, though. Wouldn't you be singing?
We both do.
No, but he slings chicken.
Chicken sandwiches.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's right. Oh, well. Yeah. It's still so funny that, like, everyone in that house, except for, or just, I guess not that, like 2/5 of the house work in the sub right next to each other.
Yeah, we work in the same building.
We need to get someone to work at
he referred me.
Tapatia.
I got him $250 just for getting hired.
That's so stupid. What in the world?
It's kind of fire.
Well, it's also like for Boise State, if you work for Boise State, you don't get taxes taken out.
Yeah, I do.
Of your stuff. You do?
Yeah.
Oh, can't relate. Oh, well. But anyways, I think that's our main update is that Kane will be on more consistently. We're recording on Friday. As I mentioned, we're going to probably get them out on Wednesdays and Saturdays, I guess. Wednesdays will be stuff or sports. Saturdays will be stuff. But yeah, like every other typical stuff episode, we have nothing in here except for a couple things. But oh well. The first thing that we had was Fortnite. Fortnite came back out of nowhere. If I'm going to be honest, I had not heard of Fortnite in like so long. Like even just from an outside perspective, it's just news coming in until the new map dropped or the old new map, I guess.
I mean, people still played it.
I know, but
not
like,
me.
I just never heard.
Not people in our age range, really, but it's still a big game. But
Yeah.
then they're like, all right, let's bring back all the old players. And it worked. It worked.
What do you think of like the new map and like them bringing it back?
It's fun. It's just the old map, old guns, all that. Plus the no build mode for people like me who are not that good. Yeah, it's pretty. I actually am really enjoying it.
Do you know what's so funny? It's the fact that I left so long ago that I didn't even know they changed the map. So when they said the new, like they're bringing back the old map, I'm like, there was a map that they changed it with?
So much.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
They had like, well, you know how it was seasons?
Yeah.
And then they like restarted the seasons and had like chapter 2, season 1 or
That's
whatever.
so weird. I did not keep up with any of that.
I don't know if there was a chapter 3 or not. I really don't know. But I know there was at least a chapter 2 with some seasons. And yeah, I think this is a limited thing though. I think they're taking it away in December.
Bruh, really?
I saw something about that.
They should do something where you could choose
I
which
agree.
map.
That'd be fire. I
Like-
mean, everyone would use the old one though.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of like PUBG, which I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. But like in PUBG, you were able to choose the different maps. So they had 3, I think. One was like this, the normal one was in Russia. The other one was like a desert one. And then there was another one that was like a Japanese map or whatever. And there's like 3 and you can choose which one you wanted to do or you can choose random. And that was something that was really cool was like they had that option to where you can do different maps or like you can choose which one.
Yeah, I never really got into PUBG. I always thought that game kind of stunk.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as like Fortnite.
Yeah, but it's
Same
not
premise.
though. It's just not the same.
Well, I was just thinking about it because I've been playing Fortnite a little bit more, as you know, a little bit more this past week with the new map, and I've just seen so many like, I mean, obviously I knew that they were very similar, but I didn't know that it was so like similar as the fact that.
Well, yeah, because we play no build mode, which takes out like the unique part of Fortnite.
Yeah, and like if you boil it down, like you're a person that's playing against 100 people that jumps out of a helicopter or something and into a map and drops down, and you have to fight to the death with a circle. That's literally all PUBG. Like, and PUBG made that first.
Yeah, but Fortnite's better.
But that's the funny thing is that like Fortnite took PUBG's idea and made it cartoony and did way better.
And added building. That's
the biggest thing that separated it from PUBG. And I'm pretty sure there was lawsuits beforehand, but PUBG didn't have a license towards that game, so they couldn't intellectually like say it was intellectual theft because there was like no prior
It's
claim
not like
over
PUBG
it.
invented that though.
And well, that was like the biggest thing. Like there was like, I mean, battle like royale games have been around for a while, but the fact that like there's a circle that's involved and like you jump out of a plane into, I mean, it's a bus, but like it's still like the same thing.
Are little wrinkles that PUBG added, and then Fortnite had those wrinkles and added the wrinkle of building.
I know, like it's just so weird that like
itself.
It's the same, like the same premise, even like third person too. But like it was just wild. Maybe I'm a little bit more biased towards PUBG because that's what I really loved and that's what got me into it. I like when I first like heard of Fortnite, I always was like against it because I'm like, bro, this is just like PUBG, but it's a cartoony version. And like every time I try to play PUBG, since my computer was trash, it was always like it never worked. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If the issue with PUBG though was that like people, they stopped playing and it's such a reliant game of, you know, players playing, especially being competitive. Because like, I mean, you're playing against 100 people. So they started adding bots to the game. And like when you have the bots, like you're obviously going to kill them because they're stupid. But
most of the time.
That was an issue. And people are talking about it now with like Fortnite, like especially now, like there's definitely bots in it, which is like a little weird because like you hear about all these people playing it. So why would you need bots?
Just cut the waiting time, I assume.
It's so weird though. It's like, I mean, if you're not playing against real people, then it's like, what's the point?
Oh, it's real people and bots.
I know, but it's like if you're just killing all bots and you're playing only against bots, kind of ruins like that little factor, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when did they add no build?
I have no idea.
Bro, that's such a smart, like...
I didn't know it was a thing until we all started playing again.
Well, because I think that's the biggest skill gap is like adding building.
Oh,
and I think especially like it's a really good idea because people like you and me who have been away from Fortnite for a while that don't really know how to build don't have to like jump in and get like obliterated by people who've already played and have like consistently played since the time we dropped off.
Like at the time I stopped playing, I was okay at building. I was okay. Then I took years off. So the no build mode has been great.
Yeah, the no build mode has been so nice. I don't even know how I would do in build mode, especially because like I'm assuming most of the people who are like playing and who are really good are playing build mode.
Probably.
So like the people who are in no build mode are the ones who are just coming back for,
That's also a possible reason for bots in the games.
That's true. Maybe it's only just like a bot issue in like the no build mode. But I mean,
I don't know.
Who knows? There was one more thing I wanted to talk about Fortnite that I was like kind of surprised about, but I kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie. Oh well.
God, I was so mad. Oh. I had my best game of this new Fortnite career yet last night. You were asleep on the couch. But I had like 8 kills going into the final 2, and oh my God, he got me.
No, I remember you losing in the second, like you getting second place, and that was games before I got second place.
I know, but this was when you were asleep on the couch.
Oh,
it was like it was my last game of the night because I rage quit after that.
Man,
it's like I never left. We're right back.
Yep. No, it's just like it's still so weird that like Fortnite has lasted this long as well, in my opinion. But like, I mean, it kind of makes sense with what they've been doing with like all like the brand advertisements and stuff like that because they've added new things. Like they've added like Star Wars. They added like
people
Marvel.
Don't like all the changes they made, especially like from the map we're at now. What they did after that when the map originally came out. People didn't love the changes, but the changes are also why people kept playing.
Yeah.
If they kept the map the same the whole time, people would get bored.
Yeah.
So they have to change things.
I think so too. I mean, that makes sense. I still wish that it was like, because when my prime Fortnite time was season 3, like the beginning of season 3 and then like mid season 4. But in that time, there was stuff in the map that like was original to the original map. Like it was Dusty Depot, not Dusty Divot.
Divot's so much better.
Dude, I don't like Dusty
Depot's
Divot.
Stupid. It's just 3 bummy buildings.
I mean, I guess. It's just like more
You still have
now.
Those bummy buildings, but now you have the super sick Divot too.
I guess.
4 through 7 was my favorite. 4
through 7?
Those seasons were the little sweet spot for me.
And I don't even remember because I remember that sand part wasn't there beforehand, but I don't remember how it got added on.
What?
Like, you know, like the sand part in like the lower right hand?
Oh, yeah, but like Paradise?
Yeah.
Place is fire.
When did that get added? I don't even remember.
Sometime 4 through 7. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but like that was some of the things where I'm like,
4.
oh, okay. That's a little strange.
4 seems a little early though. I don't know.
Dude, I have no
It was a
clue.
long time ago.
But oh well. Yeah, I mean I was never really good at Fortnite, even when like we first started playing.
I was solid.
I used to just like think I was like all right. Like I mean, obviously I was able to hold my own ground, but like it was always so tough in like solo. I always like
I was
duos,
never a sweat, don't get
like,
me wrong.
Yeah, like I was never that great. I was way better at PUBG, and I think that was one of the biggest things. I was like, oh yeah, but
because it's all bots, because no one plays it.
No, beforehand, like when it was like, you know, it was like PUBG and Fortnite at the same time, like competing. Like, you know,
I didn't know it was ever a competition. Honestly,
really,
I've literally never heard of anyone who's played PUBG consistently.
PUBG was like the biggest thing, and then Fortnite like came out and like started rising, and everyone started moving to Fortnite. But
yeah, I don't know. I never really played PUBG like that. Me and none of my friends did either.
Damn, really?
Mm-mm.
Dude, that's wild. But like,
it's boring. I don't know why. It just is.
Well, it's a longer map. It's less like competition. There's not like you can't move around that quickly because like I feel like the maps are bigger and it was harder to move around. Like in Fortnite, it's a smaller map compared to PUBG. Plus, like, I mean, you can sprint way more. You can like jump, which also like kind of adds that more like cartoony, like, you know, like less gravity effect. Where like PUBG is more realistic to where like you can't like move that fast or like
what's a video
do that
game?
stuff. Yeah,
I don't want realism.
like they made it way, you know, less realistic in that way. So I think that's what kind of added to his success was like how like cartoony it was.
Oh, definitely.
But I'm trying to think of what other games I played at that time. I'm only like
I was a 2K head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had a stint
I
where
miss 2K. I mean, 2K's trash, don't get me wrong. The game's bad every year. But I miss playing 2K. I miss running park. I was always a center, a big man. I love doing it. And it's great because no one wants to be the big man, and I'd love to be the big man.
My thing was always Madden, but I never played with other people.
I liked Madden too. It's just easier to play with other people on 2K.
Yeah.
Like me and my friend, we would always start franchises, and we'd all pick a team, and it would last like 2 nights, and we'd give up on it, and then we'd start a new one the next weekend. And although when Madden introduced Superstar KO,
that was especially the part
that was fun.
Superstar KO was so fun, especially with friends. And then what'd they call it? The neighborhood or the
yard.
The yard. That was fun for like a day, I feel like. And then it was like, oh.
I could never get into a game.
Really?
I could never get into a game. Like
I just felt like it was poorly made.
I played some, but it took so long to get into the games. I never had the patience for it.
Yeah.
Maybe there was just not enough people playing it. I don't know. But there was also one year where me and Gabe actually just grinded Ultimate Team. Grinded it out. And we spent a little money. We did. But we used my defense, his offense, I think. And we just grinded that out and played Mutt Squads. Was it Mutt Squads? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd play Mutt Squads constantly. Ah, that was really fun.
I love that one game mode in Ultimate Team that was like you get to draft the players.
Draft champions.
That was so fun.
Well, that was what it was called when they originally dropped it. They originally dropped it, I want to say it was like Madden 16 or 17.
I think so.
I want to say 16 because that's also when they added like the aggressive rack and possession catch. Low-key, 16 was really innovative. The catches were wild in that game, though. You caught every aggressive catch.
Yeah.
But they added Draft Champions, which is just like its own mode, and it was so fun. And then over the years, it progressively got worse and worse.
Yeah.
And I don't remember which Madden it was, but the last one I played, like really played, it was like a function of Ultimate Team. Like you had to go into Ultimate Team to get to it.
Yeah, that's what you had to do.
And then it costs like Ultimate Team coins.
Yeah.
To draft and play. And I don't know. It's just, they ruined it. It was a great idea, and it was really fun at first, and then they just ruined it, which, shocker.
Which I got in the mode because my team and Ultimate Team was never that good to where I was able to play with these like really good players because it just gave you the option.
I mean, mine was only good 1 year.
Really?
It takes too much time, man.
Yeah, you have to keep on going up on it.
Like my career in 2K, It takes time, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to like grind it constantly.
Plus, you have more players in Ultimate Team than you do in NCAA. Or
no, if you're not
2K.
grinding Ultimate Team, there's really not a point to playing it.
Yeah,
and that's the same for my team in 2K. Unless you wait till like the last 3 months of the game and then everything's cheap. But that's boring because it's the last 3 months of the game. No one cares anymore.
Yeah. Well, especially like when the game first starts, it's so ridiculous because like people go for so much, especially like the 80s, like 75s even go for so much because like
I know.
No one's getting like 99 overalls at that point in the game.
You get like a gold player with 98 speed and he'll be the most expensive dude on the market.
I know, it's so crazy. It's like
it was fun to grind it though. I remember I had the Ultimate Team app on my phone.
Yeah.
And I would just I would snipe. I would just sit on the auction house on my phone like at all hours of the day. And I would just snipe cards that were getting sold for like 500 coins.
Yeah, on like the auction, like because that was the thing.
Because on the auction thing they had like you could scroll through like the last 20 that were sold and see the prices of each sell. So you could like click on this player and it's like, oh, he's going for 6,000 coins, but the lowest he's gone for the last 20 was like 12,000. Let me buy him and resell him.
Yeah.
I was grinding.
That was so fun to like stockbroker kind of.
No, seriously.
Dude, it was so fun. I love doing that too.
No, I kind of miss it. It's just such a big time commitment.
I know.
It's more time than I have now.
Well, I felt like most of Ultimate Team wasn't, like most of the time that I spent in Ultimate Team wasn't playing the game with my team. It was just building up my team and just like looking at it and seeing how cool it was.
Challenges and stuff
yeah.
too.
Like,
I don't know.
It was, I totally agree. It was like a ton of grinding, but like, I remember I think it was 20 and 21.
MLB The Show's so fire. Because MLB The Show, it's so easy to get a good team in Diamond Dynasty. Like, it's not that hard. It's hard to be good at the game, but it's not that hard to get a good team. And they also had that fire co-op mode, which is so fun.
Yeah.
MLB The Show, baseball of like the big sports in the U.S. is probably my least favorite, which makes me enjoy MLB The Show a little less. Mm-hmm. As far as the actual game, though, it's got to be the best built game of the sports games. I mean, by far.
I don't even think there's really a competition, especially like...
I mean, all the other ones are EA and 2K, like which stink.
I remember they were going to announce that 2K was making a football game, but I just never heard anything about that.
I'm good.
Really?
I'm good.
Dude, it's just so weird because,
2K used to make football games.
Well, that was the biggest thing, like, because like the whole Madden lore, where Madden and 2K were like competing for like sales for the NFL game in 2005, and they were like head to head. People were like, "Oh, 2K's way better. Oh, Madden's way better."
Yeah.
But then Madden got scared because they were losing sales to 2K, so they went to the NFL and tried to buy the complete license of it, which killed any hope for 2K to make a football game.
I mean, that's smart though.
I know. And then Madden after that started to suck because they didn't have any competition and they didn't need to add anything.
And 2K sucks for basketball because their only competition has been NBA Live, which...
Yeah. Like...
Not good.
It's so ridiculous. You need that competition with like sports games. Or else it's just roster updates every single year. They're not doing anything
that is
actively.
What it is.
Like, so...
Most of the changes are usually bad anyway.
Yeah. Dude, one thing that I also loved so much was GTA. Like, and this is almost how all my like Xbox experience would go. Like, I would always play a game with my friends and be so hyped into it, but then they wouldn't be online. So then I would just start grinding it on my own. And then like I would just only want to play it by myself so I can like grind out like a ton of money or like a ton of stuff so I could be like really good at the game. So,
I
like,
never did that.
Even, really?
I don't think I ever played GTA alone a single time.
Dude.
At least not 5. It was only with friends. I never had like money or cars or any of that.
Yeah.
I got enough money to get myself some tattoos, and then I played with friends. That's all I did.
Oh my God. Dude, like, for...
I grinded out that San Andreas campaign, though.
Bro.
Oh my gosh.
I've played GTA, like, online so much by myself that it's embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed to announce how much time I spent on GTA Live by myself. Like, I used to be that person that would, like, just for like the businesses and stuff, like I would like cheat the system to get like an open or an empty open session, like an online session. Because like you could do those private servers, but you couldn't do anything in them.
I don't know.
So like there's like these private sessions, but you couldn't do any businesses or anything because you had to do those in those open, like anyone can join sessions so they can compete and like ruin your business and stuff. But I hated that. So I always would go into a server and only have like myself in it. And like there was like a forced way to do that by like with changing your Wi-Fi or something. And I'd do that and I'd just grind out like the heists. And I used to do like car glitches. So I'd get like so much money. And like I bought like almost everything in the game. But I feel like it made it fun when I played with my friends then because they didn't have money. So I would buy everything for them. So then like...
See, I just didn't care enough. I mean, I never really cared about GTA that much.
Dude, I loved it so much.
No, it was fun, but I don't know. I didn't enjoy it by myself.
Really?
I only enjoyed it with friends.
I always just love like doing the heist and getting money. So I could buy more stuff.
With friends.
No, but I just do it by myself.
Well, that would be boring to me.
It was so fun. I don't know why. And like even with Madden too, like I would grind out Ultimate Team to where my team would be so good. So like when we would do like I think it was Mutt Dynasty, like together.
Yeah.
Like
no, that one. That one makes sense. You have to grind that.
Yeah, like I would be grinding by myself to where my team would be so good to where like my like my friend, his team would be like a 70 overall defense, but like my team had a 99 overall offense to where like it would kind of cancel out a little bit. Where like we could at least play. Well, I mean like if he didn't grind, like it would like compensate a bit. But I mean it would have been nicer if he had a 99 defense too, but like
that's what me and Gabe were at. Man, we were good.
Dude.
Oh, we were fun. Good. That team of the year, James White. Man. God, that was a great card.
Wow. Dude, mine was Barry Sanders, 99, and Tom Brady.
Or no, it was my offense.
Or no, Emmitt Smith. Was that Emmitt Smith? I don't remember.
Yeah, we used my offense, so I was quarterback, and he would never use her a receiver. He always used her to running back.
It's always easier to use a running back. I hated using receivers.
I would always get like the best receiving backs, and there was like a 97 team of the year James White that dropped, and I got it, and oh my gosh, we torched people with that.
Bro, that's wild.
That was fun. That was so fun.
Dude. And like the issue with like playing with friends, I feel like it's fun when you're like away, but like it's so hard to do it in person. Like the other day we had 3 TVs set up in our living room and we all played Fortnite together.
I thought that was fun.
I feel like that's way too chaotic because like...
No, that was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was way chaotic. I'm like, best. I can never play.
During the prime Fortnite days, I would be carrying monitors to friends' houses on an almost daily basis.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not that weird because I would do that with a different game. I would do that with Team Fortress 2 and get my like computer. And like me and my friend would just like play on our computers for that.
Yeah, we would pick like a sleepover spot at least once a weekend, and everyone would bring their monitors, and we'd all hook up and just grind Fortnite.
How often did you do sleepovers when you were little?
I wasn't allowed to have them till like 7th grade.
Really?
After that, pretty often, I'd say, and then after I started dating her, I was allowed to do them a little less because my parents assumed I was lying. Mm-hmm. They're like, you're not sleeping over at your friend's house. You're going to sleep at your girlfriend's house. I'm like, no, I want to play video games with my friends. I promise.
Man.
I'm not as cool as you think I am. I just want to play video games.
Doesn't have that dog in them.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to play Madden. That's all I wanted.
Man,
God. Dude. Madden, Jackbox, and a little bit of 2K. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Dude, I always liked Jackbox, but it was always way later. Like, and I never, like, because I had issues with, like, my friend group, considering that I transferred, or, like, I moved states. So, like, my big old friend group in California, like, I never had a friend group like that here until, like, way later. Like, in, like, middle of my junior year, end of my senior year. Like, that was, like, kind of at that point. But then at that point, we never really played Jackbox or did that much stuff, so I was kind of disappointed. But for me, I had a sleepover. I think my first one was in, like, elementary school in, like, 4th or 3rd grade with, like, my then best friend. And we always, like, it was always just, like, Nerf battles. That's what we always did was, like, Nerf battles. Fire. And then later on, once we got, like, older, we just did, like, we just, like, played video games, like, on our computers together. But those were so fun. Like
I remember in 6th grade, it was like the first real sleepover I was allowed to have because I was moving. So it was kind of like, it was one of the last nights before we moved, and I was with all my friends from the neighborhood, and they all came over. And our house in Spokane was it was fat. It was big. I'm not gonna lie. And we had this fire basement. It was really cool, and there was like tons of rooms and doors and everything. So we played hide and seek all night. It was amazing. It was awesome,
dude.
Hide and seek and Adam Sandler movies. What more could you ask for?
So, was your house the one that you like spent at, or was there like a main hub, like a main house that you always went to?
When?
Like when you were sleeping over?
I would say in like late middle school and high school, it was my house more than any others because I just had the best house for it.
Yeah.
I mean, other people just either had parents that didn't want other kids in the house or not enough room or whatever. So I would say kind of, yeah.
Dude, like, so, when I was, like, in, like, middle school and elementary school, I had, like, this one best friend. His name was Reese. Shout out Reese, if he's listening. But I would always spend the night at his house. And, like, my brother was his brother's best friend. So, like, we were always, like, very close. So we'd always have joint sleepovers together. Where, like, my brother would sleep over there and I would sleep over there. But we only spent the night at his house. Like, that was the main hub because, like, his parents were, like, really into, like, tech and everything. So, like, he always had, like, the newest computers. He always had the newest, like, PlayStation controller. And, like, he also had the old ones, too. So we had, like, a whole, like, set of them.
Yeah.
That you used to always just play through. So it was always so fun. Like, and then I remember, like, occasionally he'd always be like, oh, when can I sleep over at your house? But it would always be, like, so underwhelming considering his house was so like big and nice and ours was like tiny. We only had like a couple things. So I was like, oh, okay. But then like later on, like when because I started getting into football way more like in like middle school, so that transition. So like in 7th grade, like my best friend Reese, like we always did like random stuff with like video games and stuff. But like with my best friend like after that, Arland, we always did like football stuff. So like we'd either play like Madden, NCAA, or just like throw the football when we slept over.
Yeah.
But it was always just like really weird because like there was like a big old shift at that point. But I don't know.
The physical health is not at an all-time high right now, believe it or not.
That's wild.
Anyway.
All right.
Did you hold on real quick. Did you see the Jim Harbaugh punishment?
I did. He can't stay on the sideline.
No sideline until the end of the regular season for Jimmy.
But Michigan, they said they were going to do like a court order to like try to fix that to where they can, like, so he can stay on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean,
which is weird. So like, what is he just going to have to coach from the booth?
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of a head coach coaching from the booth?
I'm sure he's allowed. He's got to be allowed in the building.
Well, it's not suspended, but it sounds like a suspension. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, I don't think they really know what they're doing, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think either. And it's a Big Ten. It's not an NCAA punishment. So, like, I don't know if they have different parameters.
He's allowed. No, it's by the NCAA.
I thought it was Big Ten.
Wait.
I thought the Big Ten made the punishment.
Oh, never mind. I was reading a lying headline.
Oh.
Yeah, this one said the NCAA suspends Jim Harbaugh forever. Okay, never mind.
Suspends him forever. He's gone.
Never mind.
Out of here.
But yeah.
Done.
Bro can't stand on the sideline with this team anymore. That's unfortunate.
So
but
yeah. Oh, well.
They're so good, it might not matter.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Man. God. But we wanted to talk about
some music.
Yeah.
A little bit of music. I mean, last week, my beautiful queen, Olivia Rodrigo, dropped another song. And I'm just a broken record at this point. It was amazing.
What's the name? You Can't Catch Me Now?
Something like that. Whatever the name was, it was beautiful. She's unbelievable. She literally never misses. And I'm seeing her in August, maybe July. I'm seeing her next summer in Seattle. It was expensive, but I'm very excited.
Bro, that's so long ago.
Me and Riley are going together. It's gonna be sick. I'm really hyped,
dude.
Speaking of concerts, guess who I see in 5 days?
Travis
Scott. Jacques Webster himself in Salt Lake City. Me and Gabe are taking a little road trip down to Salt Lake again, like we did like 2 weeks ago. And we are going to see Travis Scott at the Delta Center on the floor. Ooh.
Damn.
I don't know if I've ever been as excited for any event in my life as I am for this right now. I have regretted not seeing the Astroworld Tour every single day since it happened. And I'm making up for it now because I'm going to the Circus Maximus Tour. It's going to be awesome.
Damn.
The set list, I will admit, little disappointing. It's Travis Scott. Like, he doesn't really have misses, so the songs are all good. Mm-hmm. There's just, God, it could be a lot better. It really could.
Yeah.
How do you remove stargazing? Come on, dude. You got to play that.
Well,
the nice thing, he's playing, it seems like so far he's doing, like, surprise songs for most shows on the tour. So I'm really hoping Stargazing and or Drugs You Should Try It are the surprise songs for us. But we will see. Either way, I'm stupidly excited.
I feel like with like artists and concerts, you have to do the surprise songs just to like keep them on your toes. I feel like that makes it so much more entertaining.
Well, especially if you have such a public set list.
Yeah.
Like Travis's set list is so well known right now. There's an Apple Music playlist that is literally just the set list.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. I've been listening to it a lot, honestly.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, it's so public, so it makes sense to mix in some songs. I mean, the last concert, well, I guess the last one was Joe Kenji. He's too small, really, to have a set list posted. But the one before that was Lil Uzi Vert, and that was the first show of the tour, so I had no idea what the set list was going to be. Yeah, and
you passed it out during that concert, too.
I did. I did. It was a long day of traveling. It was not a lot of food in my system, no water. It was very, very, very hot inside and very cold outside.
Your flights got delayed too.
Yeah, by like 12 hours almost. That's an exaggeration. It was like 9 or 10 though. And yeah, I did temporarily pass out very quickly. I was very close to the front. I was getting squeezed. I was hot. I was sweating. I needed water.
How long did you pass out for?
Not very long. I passed
like a song?
Not even. Passed out like mid-song, and then people were like kicking me awake. And then I woke up, and they were trying to take me out. They were trying to get me like out of the building. They're like, "Get this guy out. Get him some water." And then he started playing 20 minutes. I'm like, "Get off me! I'm good. I am listening to this. Like I flew here from across the country. You are not taking me out of this." And
Damn.
I stayed.
That's so wild.
That was an amazing show. Uzi was great. And that venue, that was the best concert venue I've ever been to, and there's not a close second.
Wow.
It was so fire. It's called the Armory in Minneapolis. And I'm pretty sure it's just an old armory that got repurposed as like a concert venue. It was huge inside. It was really cool looking. It looks cool from the outside, and you could basically throw a rock from there to US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. So just everything downtown together is really cool. The Target Center is really close to that too. It's just, I loved Minneapolis. That was a beautiful city, amazing people. I'm gonna go back there soon for sure. But
dude, that's still so weird. Like, because I never have gone into music that much to like want to see people in person. Like, I always just like listening to it just on my own. Like, I just don't.
I mean, it's not about the music really.
It's about seeing the person, or.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I listen to mostly rap, right?
Yeah.
And rap concerts in the modern day, they play God, they play the track behind them.
Uh-huh.
Like, not just the instruments, they play their voice behind them too, like the actual song, and kind of just sing over it. So it's not exactly an amazing musical experience. I go for like the energy, the crowd. I love crowds. Crowds are sick. And it's really cool for me to like actually see the person and like be like, I am in the same room as this person who I listen to every single day. Like the couple times I saw Juice WRLD, I'm like, this is like one of my biggest inspirations right now, and I am like 100 feet away from him. That's sick.
That's wild.
It's I don't know. It's really cool to me. To me, it's very similar to like going to a football game.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, even like just being in the same venue and just seeing them, like
right. It's like I watch these guys on TV every week, and now I get to watch them warm up. I get to see them.
Well, it's also pretty trash watching games in person, I feel like.
No, I love it.
Part. Really?
I love it. I love it so much more than TV, even in bad seats.
Really?
There's something about being at the game. Again, the crowd for me. Love crowds so much. And I don't know. There's just something about the environment of a game, especially NFL games, where like everyone's all excited before, and I don't know, everyone's just having a good time. You get into the building, and then honestly, one of the big things for me is watching the warm-ups. You get to see all the players on both teams.
That's true.
You get to see everything that you don't see on TV. Like the commercial time, the ridiculous amount of commercial time when you watch a game on TV, you're still there. Like you get to watch what they're doing. You get to watch who's talking to who. You get to watch who's warming up what. And I don't know. It's just little things like that to me that make me love it. And it's also just a better view than the broadcast. You can actually see plays develop, and I feel like watching the game in person. It only
shows you like the quarterback,
right?
Like when
watching the game in person, you get a better understanding of the game than watching it on TV because you can actually see things unfold. And it's just really cool. And I'd rather listen to crowd noise than announcers. So
that's true.
I don't know. I love it. I love the environment of going to things that you consume regularly anyway. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Come to think of it, I really liked doing the game. Like, I really liked going to the Packers games, like in person, but I just hated going to Boise State games in person. I think it's just their game day experience just sucks. Like, I don't know.
There's not a game day experience here.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like, even just going and watching the team in person, just isn't fun, like, in my opinion.
I mean, I enjoy it, but it's nothing compared to a lot of other places I've been. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing compared to like UW's game day experience or an NFL experience or anything like that. It just doesn't compare. And we shouldn't really expect it to. It's Mountain West school. You know what I mean? But yeah. And especially now.
Especially that we suck. I mean, like, oh my God.
Eric, come back. Please. We need you. Come back.
We need Brian Harsin.
Yes, Brian. We do. No, so we need Dirk Cutter back.
Dirk. Bring Dirk.
Dirk, please. I'm begging you. I never said one wrong thing about your kid. Ever. I supported him the whole time. I was his biggest fan. I never critiqued anything he did or did not do. Come back.
Yep.
Come back. We miss you.
Yep.
But
definitely do.
Anyway, somehow music turned into Dirk Cutter. But a little bit of music dropped last night that was interesting. Chris Brown dropped an album called 11:11. It was 2 sets of 11 songs, dropped on November 11th.
Well, Kid Laroi also dropped.
I was getting to that one. But yeah, the Chris Brown album, I haven't listened to the whole thing. It's solid. It's very Chris Brown. I mean, it's if you heard his last couple albums, you've kind of heard this one, if I'm being real. NBA YoungBoy dropped an album for the first time in a few months, which it's only been like 5 or 6 months, and this is the longest stretch without a YoungBoy album in multiple years now. I have a hard thing to admit right now. NBA YoungBoy is one of my 5 favorite artists of all time, okay? Ever. He may be washed. Yeah. He may be washed. Of his last like 5, 6 albums, I'd say 2 or 3 were really good. And I am very biased towards him, and I still feel that way. The one yesterday was solid. It was cool, but it wasn't great. I don't know. He may be a little washed up right now, which is disappointing.
Well, it's also hard when you're just constantly churning out albums like that. Like,
well, not only that, but when you're locked up on house arrest.
Yeah.
And he can't see the people he wants to see. He can't go to the places he wants to go. He's been talking about how he's dealing with like depression and anxiety and all that stuff, which locked in a house in Utah for 2 years, I would too. Like, I get it.
He's in Utah?
Yeah.
Why?
That's why he dropped that song, The Fresh Prince of Utah, on Reeler 2. That was a good album. What? That was a good album. But
why Utah though? Does he live in Utah?
No. I don't know why they chose there, but that's where he's on house arrest right now.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But I mean, he made in my opinion, his best album of his career when he was like first on house arrest, which was Colors. That was prime Youngboy if there ever was one. I mean, that album was just beautiful. And the very low budget music video shot in his own house arrest house. That was a special era of NBA Youngboy. But now, I don't know, man. I'm a little underwhelmed. His singing voice is kind of, it's not the same anymore. I don't know if it's all the cigarettes he's been ripping because he can't smoke weed right now, or I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I was a little disappointed. Damn. And then I went to the Kid Laroi album, who finally dropped for the first time since he was like 16. I'm a big Kid Laroi fan, much more than I ever have been. I used to not be a big fan because he was signed to Juice's label, or the label Juice was signed to. WRLD. Exactly. They tried to make him like the young next white Juice WRLD. And that was pissing me off because like Juice is his own thing. Leroy's very good. He's not Juice, but he's his own thing. And Leroy detached from all that, kind of went in a more pop direction. And I think it was the best decision he's ever made. Yeah, I agree. I think he's been putting out really quality music lately. And I think this was a beautiful album. I didn't listen to it like completely engaged, but I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It's really good. There's a lot of powerful lyrics. It's meaningful. It's meaningful and it sounds really good, and it's beautiful. Honestly, I'm a big fan. I think it's his best work yet. Bleed. Bleed is an amazing song. I'm only one listen through right now. Bleed is probably my top pick as of right now, or Nights Like This. Bleed is crazy, man. Bleed is like, it reminds me of one of my other favorite songs, Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Not in the way it sounds at all, because it's like a slower song, it's calmer, but he's like, how did your heart heal so easy? Or maybe it's mend so easy. Either way, he goes, mine still bleeds. It's like, how are you good already? I'm still, it was just so good. Love Leroy. Really happy this album came out. I'm hoping he goes number one. We'll see. It's going to be tough to do that with Taylor's version. Oh, God, I forgot about that stupid stuff. But yeah, beautiful album. I hope he goes on tour again. I would love to see him again. He barely had a voice when he and I saw him last time, and he still crushed it. Like, that was a great show, especially considering he had no voice. Yeah. Not everything that happened at the show was particularly amazing. Yeah, that was the show itself was really good. That was the first concert me and Carter went to, and that was just a wild experience. Just like, okay, I'm not going to give out complete details, but like, don't. It was more like I was a third party of. Like apparently not. Yeah, well, apparently not. Apparently you weren't the third party. Yeah. Well, at first I thought that, and then it just got weird the whole time. It was just like this dynamic. I didn't even think it was. Well, it was just like this weird dynamic. Chilling, and then all of a sudden I'm like, it just got like, it went to 0 to 100 like real quick. Like Drake reference and all. It was really kind of backwards though. It kind of went 100 to 0. No, I think it was like either way, chill at first. Quick change. Yeah. Quick change. It was wild, but oh well. But it was a great concert. Yeah, it was fun. I especially liked it beforehand when they were playing Drake songs. Okay. Like to hype it up. I was this guy. I'm so glad Jeremy Zucker wasn't there. Just for you saying that. I hate you. Bro, I can't go to Jeremy Zucker. Why? Because there's a women's basketball game. I had to find a cover. I had to find. Oh God! Find someone to cover you, bro. I want to see this concert so bad. You're obsessed with this man. Yeah, dude. I love Jeremy Zucker. When is he coming? November 20th, dude. I'm like, oh. Dang, I'll be gone anyway. Dude, it's so tough. I'm like, I would go see that too. That sucks. I really want to see him so bad. That's right. I literally bought my tickets. I'll be back in Seattle. I was planning on being like front row, like right there, like right on stage, dude, right there. Find someone to cover the game. I know, dude. I need someone to cover that. Like, wait, it's November 20th? Yeah. Oh, this really sucks that you're gonna be sick that day. Yeah, I know, right? That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh God, that's unfortunate that your cousin died that day. Yeah, that sucks, dude. It really does. My great cousin,
die while my toe broke and I got sick. All in the same day.
Oh my gosh.
That's so wild.
Remember, your car also broke down.
Oh, dude, not my car.
There's no way you could go to the game.
Dude, what in the world?
There's just no way.
Yeah. How dare
you got to go to that concert.
I know, bro.
You will regret it if you don't.
I know.
I have learned my lesson with saying I'll see him next time. Trust me.
Wow.
Rest in peace, X. But
yeah, I mean,
I think that's all we got.
Yeah, for today's episode, because we only had 2 things on the script.
I was pretty much just a conversation. So
yeah,
hope you enjoyed listening along. We will be back with sports, probably with Kanan next week. So on behalf of Adam and I, we want to say thank you for listening. Make sure to follow our socials at Sports and Stuff Show, except Twitter at SNS_show. Instagram and TikTok are our mains. You know, we be cooking on there a little bit.
We try to sprinkle.
Yeah. But make sure to catch our episodes on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Wednesdays and Saturdays. And after they go live, they're on every podcasting platform you could possibly think of. So go check them out. And thank you again, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.